Hey everyone, Coach Calvin here, and I want to do a vlog today regards to having a great attitude despite all the circumstances that you're facing throughout your day. Like everyone else, we always have plans, and when those plans don't go according to to schedule and unexpected things arise, we can get stressed out pretty easily. And yesterday was one of those days where I could have, really self-sabotage myself with my negativity. But thank goodness I've been trained well enough and about having a good attitude towards things, and really kind of I felt triumphed through a few things yesterday. So yesterday, going through my day, I usually start off with going through my to-do list, my priority manager, and really figure out what are the most important things that I need to get done throughout the day. And as I started striking things off, I had to end up going to the bank and deposit some money, and start paying for bills, et cetera, et cetera. But when I got outside and jumped in the car didn't start. And while I tried starting and starting and starting, and it kept choking, and eventually it just ended up dying on me. So that was a little bit frustrating, and but at the same time, I really caught myself, and I really developed some self-awareness as to, okay, well, what am I going to do now, right? There's no point in, putting my head on the steering wheel and start sobbing, right? There's really no point in that. So, I decided, you know what, I'm going to make the most of the day, and, make the best of things, because it is what you make of it, right? And so going through my schedule, I said, you know what, I can't achieve certain things. That's fine. But this is going to give me an opportunity to achieve something. And I decided that I need to really kind of catch up on some of the work that started to fall behind, especially through emails. And so I subscribe to Margaret Lynch. So basically, she does the thought field therapy, EFT, TFT type of things. And I subscribed to her, and her emails would flow in on a regular basis. But I really haven't caught up and checked out those things. But what she sent through was something about marketing yourself, and what the number one way of marketing yourself is these days. And it was about joint venturing. And that got really interested, and so I decided to sign up and watch a few videos and see what that's about. And that allowed me to actually gain some opportunity as to hone in on a focus in terms of the business of personal coaching and a business consultation. So, admittedly, before it was a little bit fuzzy in terms of what direction, because sometimes when you start something fairly brand new, you can go in a million directions. You can, okay, I need to create a logo, I need to build a website, I need to put out content, I need to do sales and marketing, I need to get business cards done. There's a whole slew of things, especially in the beginning, and it could really throw you off track because you really need that singleness of purpose. But anyways, back to having a good attitude towards things. It's I believe that having a good attitude in the situation of my car not starting and really catching up on work, and it allowed me to have a certain level of focus and a filter in my mind of seeking out what the opportunity is here. And if I hadn't had that type of focus in terms of seeing what's the opportunity here, what can I gain from this, what can I learn from this, you know what, I might as well just been like really upset and just decide, okay, forget it. Today's a write-off. I'm sitting in front of the TV and watching my favorite TV show, and do a marathon of some sort, and and call it a day. And I'm pretty sure I would have felt very upset and guilty about that, because myself down and not being my best to the fullest every day is that will eat at you, whether you know it or not. And so having a good attitude towards things and making the most out of it, and living your day to the fullest, is going to be very, very beneficial for you in the long run. Because if you just let one little thing trigger you and to have like a very irrational emotional response towards things, you're not going to get very far in life, and you're going to feel like all these things hold you back. And then you start to self-sabotage yourself by saying, it was because of this I couldn't achieve that. And you start to disempower yourself, because you empower circumstances and people around you that to dominate your life in effect. So carrying on through with the story. Well, I had to wait for my fiance to get home so that I can see if I could jump the car using a good battery. And trying to do that, it didn't work. And my neighbor across the street noticed, our failing attempts to jump start the car, and it turns out that he's a mechanic. And so he told me to pop the hood, take a look at it. He goes, I know what the issue is. And very simply, said to me, you need this, you need that, you need this. Go get it, come back, I'll fix it for you. And that was also sort of a nugget of gold because of having a good attitude. Because I could have just simply just kind of kept to myself and not really allow my neighbor to kind of reach out to us that way. Um, and you know what? It allowed us another thing is to get to know our neighbor a little bit better because we're kind of new to this neighborhood and we really haven't gotten a whole lot of opportunity to know our neighbors as well. Anyways, back to the story. So as simple as getting the parts, he told us just go down to, part source over there and, just ask for these parts. And so, we run down there, we ask for these parts and they say, oh, is it, this model or this model that you need? It's like, I don't know. So we had to do a little bit of running back and forth in terms of figuring things out. And that started to build up a little bit of stress with my fiance and I, because we felt like, oh, time's running out, the store's about to close, but we have to run back home, talk to our neighbors, see exactly what model we need and go back. And I caught myself starting to stress out again in terms of having to run around. And I remember my mentor, I'll give a shout out to him, Kevin Trudeau, KT. He taught us that with newness, there is anxiety. And when you're faced with situations, whether they're new or not, whether they're new or unexpected, there's a certain level of anxiety attached to it because there's certain things that you just it's new. I don't want to screw up. I want things to end up being smooth because with stress, it usually comes with the fact that of the not knowingness, right? And knowingness gives us a lot of comfort. And so that ties into having a good attitude is that knowingness. And you gotta be really in a mindset of, okay, you know what? I don't know exactly how everything is gonna turn out, but I do know everything is gonna turn out in my favor. And that's what we did. That's what I did. I just had clarity. I said, you know what? That's fantastic. I'm in a situation right now where things are new. I'm going to have a level of anxiety. Let's make this fun. Let's make this exciting. And, running back and forth, talking to my neighbor, talking to the auto parts, department, I learned a few things about my car, right? Because I really don't know much about cars. And at least I know for in the future that, when cars don't start, it could be these issues. And those are things that maybe we should look at first if this ever occurs again. Cross fingers that it won't. But yeah, coming full circle, I just want to express that, having a good attitude, even in situations where, things are unexpected, things don't go according to plan, can work in your favor so long as you have a good attitude and knowingness that ultimately in the end, it's going to work to your favor. So, yeah. That was my day yesterday, and it did carry on through today, which allowed me to further move forward in my coaching practice with joint venturing. And I'm really excited to bring you some really solid content and material from professionals in the field for you in the very, very near future. So thanks for watching, everyone, and let me know your questions or maybe your experiences of where you had setbacks and where a good attitude carried you through to it. All right, everyone, I'll see you next time. Thanks.